Boop it up.
Boop.
Boop it up.
Boop it up. Boop 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 boop. It's probably enough, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, so we'll just leave that. That's fine.
We can leave it. I mean, we can cut it down afterwards. You can dance if you want to.
You can leave your friends behind.
Friends don't dance and they don't dance. They ain't no friends of mine. Copyright claim.
Right there.
Glorious! No, I won't give in till I'm victorious. And I will defend.
So before anything else, we have to get a paid advertisement out of the way.
What?
Yeah, it's...
Are we getting paid?
Well, by paid, no. So yeah, let's just quickly cut to the...
Until the end of your life.
Yes, indeed. 323 hours and 33 minutes. Make the most of them. It's not that much, really.
So who's our sponsor? Is it Tetley's?
It is not. Let's quickly cut over to the advert now. Well, howdy. Welcome to Jeff Sessions' All Natural Cotton Ranch. Presented to you by the one and only Jeffrey Sessions. Beauregard. Down here at my family farm, you know you get the best quality cotton, 'cause it's picked by those colored folks. They sure do know how to pick a cotton. They're hand-fed with chicken and watermelon. The best chitlins money can buy. Not theirs, of course. We pay them in the foods. Yeah, that was...
Why are we taking their money?
Yeah, well, they're mainly paying me in watermelon and chicken. As well as chitlins.
Chitlins.
Whatever chitlins are.
A delicious, delicious currency.
Some kind of grain, I imagine. So, on this cast, we're going to talk about health. Yours, mine, ours.
Ours.
General health. Indeed, salute.
General health.
General health practitioner.
And unhealth? Unhealth isn't a word.
If you live in
It
1984
is
world, which we soon will.
Quite possibly.
This will go up after the election, so...
So, yeah, that's why we're not talking about it. Because we don't know yet.
Well, we know.
We know.
We know.
I mean, come on. Everybody knows, right?
Yeah.
But we don't know, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You know? Right.
Oh, the cows are back.
Cows are back here. How'd they get in the stairs?
So what brought this about was around every 6 months or so. Well, I'll check myself regularly because it's recommended, you know.
And not for any other reason.
No.
Only because it's recommended and not because of anything else.
So, you know, as a man will do, he will feel around in the old bean bag.
Yeah.
/ grape bag / plum bag.
Plum bag.
/ watermelon bag if that's when you know something's wrong.
You know something's wrong then, yeah.
And
in the little punnet of strawberries. I'm just wondering how many more fruit, similes we can get in there.
Oh, good enough. Put on me punnet. Oh, dirty. For around 1 month out of, so every 6 months, I will inevitably feel myself and go, well, cancer. Because, you know, you'll feel...
That used to be there.
Yeah, you'll feel something and you'll go, oh.
I'm not sure about that.
Oh. And then I go through a period of a week to a month of going, no, I'm sure it was like that. But was it? But what if it wasn't? Nah, I'm sure it's fine. But what if it isn't? And, you know, where you kind of will yourself into feeling pain.
Sorry, did you say will yourself? You didn't say willy yourself.
No, I'm definitely not that well endowed. I can never... we've all tried to willy ourselves.
We've all tried to willy ourselves and select few manage.
For one, if you can do it on the flop, then woof. Because, you
kind
know...
of tuck it in.
Natural springage.
Yeah, true.
You know.
That would have to be...
You'd snap one bit of it. At the very
snap
least.
something, yeah.
And
then you definitely have to go and see a doctor.
Oh, yeah.
Because you don't want to just leave that snapped.
Yeah, I've got the old...
I've heard.
Yeah. Well, what I've done is I've snapped my cock. I've given myself rectal bleeding, and I'm pretty sure I've snapped my perineum as well.
Doctor, upon trying to enter myself... I have accidentally. It's not my penis in half.
Now, I'm sure you see this every day. Run of the mill.
Yeah.
Cool.
So-
Not another one of these. I'm doing that voice because I want Tory voters to go fuck themselves.
Hey up, lad.
Lad, we're all left wing in this house. So yeah, I just have general paranoia about my health because even when I signed up to my new GP, which of course stands for General Practitioner, every time that I or anyone else says General, Olaf does a salute.
Got to salute. Salute the general.
Got to salute the General. I will only salute lieutenants and lower.
Yeah, because how often does lieutenant come up in conversation? Or if you're American, lieutenant.
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 Although, time in lieu is spelled exactly the same. We don't say time in left. So,
That's
that,
true. Well,
putting
you
that
could.
out there. You
could
could
if you wanted to.
I might
And then-
start that.
And then nobody would know what you were talking about.
Yeah, next time I've got a loo day, I'll just go, oh, left day tomorrow. And everyone will
A
go,
bit of time in
"What?"
left.
Yeah. I'll go, what?
The old left.
Yeah, left day.
Yeah, you know.
You know, like lieutenant. And they will go, oh, you fucking freak.
You moron. What are you talking about?
Not that they don't already.
Yeah, probably true.
Going back to my general practitioner. There you go. I went there to sign up because I was moving from one to the other, and part of what they do is they do a blood pressure test.
Oh, okay. I thought you
No.
were going to say they do just
No, they don't.
an all-over fondle.
Yeah. Welcome to our practice. Show me your body. They do that as well.
Show
but
me the
that's-
wrinkly bits.
That's just for their own amusement.
Yeah.
I want to take incriminating photos of you should anything arise.
And if anything arises while I'm taking those photos, I shall be most displeased.
I must say, I have been lucky. I've had the opportunity to have my testicles checked on more than one occasion, and it has always been a male doctor. And I've never actually said what the issue was, so I feel I've come out good on the gamut that I have spent.
Right.
So yeah, blood pressure test.
Blood
And
pressure test, yeah.
This one is self-administered, so it's just a machine that you put in and it does your little print off. Now, when I have a blood pressure test, I always worry that I'm going to have high blood pressure. So what happens is I get high blood pressure.
Because
and
you're worried about high blood pressure.
And then it reads a high blood pressure level.
Oh, no.
So it says, okay, just try doing 3 to get a good average level. And even on the third one, I was clinically dead. Like, it was
gonna
like,
say-
you are having a heart attack now.
If you've had the first one and your blood pressure is read as high, you're like, oh god, no, now my blood pressure reads high.
Yeah.
Now I've got to be calm to get the second one
Yeah.
is even higher.
Yeah, it's just getting worse and worse. I must have sat there for a good 20 to 25 minutes,
Nice.
just constantly just going, okay, calm. Oh god, it's getting tighter, it's going to be a high blood pressure level.
Oh my god.
Eventually, it did come back and go, alright, yes, you are a normal person. At one point, it was too low, and that's when I started worrying again.
Yeah. I've had a similar experience with that. With when I was quite a bit younger, I didn't really like going to the doctors. Don't like it now either. So nothing much has changed. But
No.
I
I don't think you'll find anyone that likes going to the doctors, except maybe hypochondriacs and those of the Munchausen's persuasion.
maybe yeah. A persuasion.
You
Can
know.
I persuade you towards Munchausen's by proxy? It's a wonderful lifestyle.
Ooh.
You just see people in the street with clipboards. Munchausen's? Anybody? Munchausen's.
Excuse me, I want to question this Munchausen's. Oh, well, you need to raise a proxy dispute.
Yeah, we will only deal with your dispute via proxy. I took on board the advice to relax.
Yeah.
Possibly a little bit too much because the
Shat
doctor.
yourself. Is this where this is going?
No, it's not going. Not quite that direction. The doctor, because it was done. Doctor took mine manually, if you know what I mean. The blood pressure,
Yeah.
because he had the squeezy ball and
The sphygmomanometer.
Is that what it's
It
known
is
as?
called a sphygmomanometer, indeed.
Oh my god!
I am a very
Word of
learned man.
Word of the day.
That history degree is paying off
Certainly is.
for old Hefty Cleft over here.
I've forgotten about that.
Yep. That's right. Ooh. Hefty and Olaf.
Yeah.
Like two Dark Souls bosses.
Hefty and Olaf. We talk about the balls. And I want to get that back to. Not that I have a perverse interest in talking about your balls, but I
Yes.
need to go back to that conversation.
Yes, let's go back to my balls.
So,
That's how I get women round. Come, let's go back to my balls.
come back to mine. Let's talk about my balls.
Yeah. Does this feel right?
The wrinkliest part of my anatomy. I want you to feel for lumps and bumps.
Do these feel right? You look like you've handled a few. Tell me.
That's the kind of woman that you go for. All right.
Always
Anyway,
go for the sluttiest woman for my health check.
so what's the sphincternometer called?
The sphygno, not the sphinctermanometer. That's something completely
something
different.
else.
Sphygnomanometer.
Sphygnomanometer. So the way it works is they try and find the high pressure and then the low pressure. So you got what your blood pressure is, like the because it's a measure of the pressure of your blood being pumped away and pumped toward back into your heart.
Yeah.
Apparently they found the high point, no problem. But I was so relaxed that he was like, "Where's the? I can't find the low pressure reading.
I don't think your veins are working.
The blood's going in one direction only." I wasn't that young.
Was she very pretty? Was the nurse good looking?
Apparently that's what's going on. Yeah. So yeah, back to balls.
Back to the balls.
Which name of the third album? Back to balls.
Back to the balls.
Not back to basics. Back to balls.
Yeah, not back to black. Well,
no, depends if there's something wrong with your balls. So yeah, I the pervasive paranoia of checking your genitalia to make sure there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah,
with you on that one.
Yeah.
Have you ever had occasion to act on the distress? Have you ever had occasion to go, right, I'm actually so worried I'm going to go see someone about it?
Yeah, 3 times.
3?
Yeah,
Jesus,
which is why...
You are so paranoid.
Oh, yeah, which is why I haven't done this since I was about 25, I think. And obviously I'm now encroaching upon my 30th birthday. So it's been a while, but it's why I can kind of now reason with myself and go, no, this is exactly the same as it's always
Remember last time, it was fine.
And one thing that I have experienced is that doctors are not gentle in any way with that bit of your body.
No.
They are
just like...
And it's not just like... It's not how they tell you to do it, where, you know, it's just roll the testicle around, see if you feel anything different. They will, like... They'll push the testicles to one side and they'll kind of jab into the shaft and they'll be like, oh, yeah, now that feels fine. And you're just going, and they're going, does this hurt? And you're going, yeah!
That's my balls.
Yeah. Well, for one thing, you are crushing my testicles. Yes. Of course it hurts. If it didn't hurt, I think I'd be wrong.
I'd be a bit worried. My experience of a gentle fondling at the hands of the professional was pretty not gentle as well. I came away from it. I think I came away from it more scared of having to go back with a problem than having a problem.
Yeah. I mean, mine were for 3 different reasons. So, the first one, before then, my testicles were moderately in balance. Like, you know, they hung pretty fairly equally.
The yin and yang were well distributed.
Yeah, you know, the weight distribution upon the scale, pretty even. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden one day, old lefty didn't want to seem to quite measure up with righty. Righty was down in my socks, and lefty was still just hanging around the old knee. And I was like, oh yeah, this doesn't seem right. So I went to the doctor doing his thing. She was like, no, that's fine. It just happens sometimes. Trust me, tomorrow it'll be all good. And tomorrow it was all good. Yeah. Second time was on the right one. You've obviously got like your glands kind of at the top of them, which are, you know, used for pumping stuff, and it felt a bit bigger than it would, or I felt like it should. And it was like, okay.
Bigger than I was used to.
Yeah. It was like, okay, yeah, it does feel a little bit swollen, I guess. What we'll do, we'll send you off for an ultrasound.
I was going to say, if they sent you off for one of those, it's not going to help.
Send me off for a blah, 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 blah. And if she can taste anything wrong...
Yeah. And if that doesn't sort you out, then, well, there's probably something wrong.
Yeah. Glory of the British medical system. About a month later, I was in for the ultrasound. And, man, pregnant women... That stuff is cold. Like that is not good stuff.
I've heard tales.
Yeah, that is cold on the old bag. And yeah, they did a look at it and they're like, no, yeah.
I'm sorry, it just sounded like you were comparing your testicles to a pregnant woman's womb.
It's essentially the same thing. They looked at it and were like, well, it's a boy. We can tell that.
I'm glad they could tell.
Yeah. And like, all that looks like is just fluid build-up. That'll disperse in time. And in my head, I was just like, but I wank so much already.
But I do my best to get rid of
Oh,
it.
God. I'm trying, like, every day. Tell you what, I'll double it. I'll triple it if I have to. Let's get rid of this stuff.
Are you telling me I need to pump some fluid?
Oh, do you have any advice on how to
Alleviate the
get rid
build-up?
of the fluid? Anything, perhaps?
Comfortable silence.
Yeah. What was really awkward with that, though, is I took my pants off behind a curtain, but they left the door open. So anybody could have just looked around. At one point, a nurse did, and I could hear her voice, and I was just like, well, you're going to have to take this curtain off at some point, and I don't want a lady looking at my nuts. Especially not now, because it's cold, and it's going to get colder, and everything's just a big mess. And the third time was, I think what must have happened is, in the bag, Righty had turned around.
Oh.
Yeah, so he'd kind of turned around and he'd gone up. It was really weird.
Oh.
Yeah. And again, it was just a case of, doctor did his thing. It's like, oh, yeah, no, they do this sometimes. Trust me.
Trust me.
Sleep it off tomorrow.
Trust me,
you'll be
balls
fine.
are weird.
And yeah, overnight, just through, I don't know, tightening or whatever, whoop, back around and just how it was.
Just sorted himself out.
It's one reason I envy women, because they don't have all that kind of stuff. They don't have the external paranoia of looking at it and going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
Yeah, true.
But then they have the internal worry that they have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, true.
And I think it's still the case that until 25, you can't get a smear test. And a smear test is what detects cancer. Thanks, squeaky voice teen. And
Because
so
you said the word smear. It sets me off.
And yeah, it is just really wrong, because to the best of my knowledge, like my significant other is over 25.
To the best of your knowledge.
Well, yeah, one hopes. And so it certainly was the case anyway that it was over 25s only. So the rate of women under 25 getting cervical cancer is obviously low enough that would be the consideration. However, it means there's far less of a safety measure for any woman under 25 who might get it, whether it be cervical or ovarian cancer. So that was my bollock experience.
Your ball experience.
It didn't necessarily cause me any paranoia, but I think I've generally had a pretty good run of health. I've had asthma since I was young, but I've never been hospitalised with it. I've never broken a bone in my body. So I've never really had to spend any time in hospital. You? Ever broken anything?
I've never broken a bone. No. Not of my own, anyway.
No?
No, that's true, I'm not. I've never had to spend time in hospital with health issues. I mean, when I was younger, there was occasions when I had to go and get stitches for falling over or something.
Falling over
or something.
I've in my head I heard falling over a stoat.
I once,
Many
I
stoats.
once fell over a stoat. It's a terrible tale. I was chasing my friends through the meadow one day, and stoat came out of nowhere and said, "Give me a wallet or I'll shank you."
Wait, through a meadow or through a wheat field? Because that's naughty. Have you not seen the Theresa May naughty interview?
No.
No, right, okay. So, brief
I really didn't want to talk about that, but okay, go
I don't
on.
care, brief meander, because this is wonderful. So, Theresa May was doing one of the sit-down interviews with a pre-approved list of people because, oh God, I'd hate to be actually questioned by a real member of the public because they scare me, and then I bring up things like the NHS and, just go
can't
private.
deal with that. Oh,
go
God.
private or die. And the interview asked her, what's the naughtiest thing you've ever done? And she just was like, oh, well, golly gosh, I mean, nobody's perfect, are they? Oh. I mean, once me and my friends, we went running through the wheat field and the farmer wasn't very happy with that. And that was the naughtiest thing Theresa May has ever done. Running through a wheat field with her chums as a school-aged child.
That's not the naughtiest thing she's ever
No,
done.
it's not the naughtiest thing that she's ever done.
Weekends, she's oiled up, slipped into a gimp mask and round somebody's house for a party every weekend, I reckon.
I've heard she's often wrist deep in a Saudi prince.
Both wrists, if she can help it.
Oh, yeah, that's how we get those arms deals.
Yeah.
Because you see,
'Cause
arms.
arms.
Hey. Oh.
So the naughtiest thing she's ever done is running through a wheat field.
Yeah.
Did she get shanked by a stoat?
No.
No.
No, see, that's what brought me around to it. But, I'm going to make sure that if she is still in power, I'm going to try and bum her. That's pretty naughty.
You're going to try and bum the PM.
Yeah. To be fair, even if it was Jezza, I'll still give it a try.
You've got a long way to work that up, but...
Yeah.
Alright, yeah.
Yeah. God loves a trier. And I'm an atheist, so...
You got to have goals, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Got to have goals.
Squad goals.
Hashtag-
Squad bumming.
Hashtag bumming goals.
Hashtag squad bumming. Hashtag dry bum.
Oh, no.
Hashtag PM dry bum.
No, you really... You probably don't want to go there, mate.
Going back on the course.
Hospitalisation. I've been
Yeah.
in for stitches for, falling out of trees or things.
Yeah.
I've
Were they
never broken anything.
removable stitches or were they dissolvable?
Bit of both.
Bit of both.
I've had the
How
one...
many stitches have you had?
I've a couple on the back of my head, one on my lip, one on my legs.
Right. Oh, you're ahead of me in the stitching game. I've only had 2 sets of stitches.
I've had a few of them.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, nothing else.
Oh.
I again had the young gentleman's problem of paranoia about his own balls.
Yeah.
So I went to see a doctor about that, but again, completely nothing. I felt something. I was like, that doesn't seem like that should be on there.
Yeah.
And I think it was a similar thing that you had. Was just it's perfectly normal to be gone in a day or two.
Yeah. So perfectly normal balls.
As far as I know, yeah.
Yeah. There was no kind of it's just fluid. It's just twisty.
I think it was just I can't remember what it specifically what it was. So it can't have been that problematic. But it's just felt a little lump on one of the old tubes. Like, that's a bit weird. And he said, it'll be fine in a couple of days. I was like, okay. And it was. Nothing to worry about.
Not bad.
Other than that. Not bad.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad. The old lumpy nodules, eh? So my only other hospital / medical procedures that I've had was had a mole taken off of my back because the colour had essentially dispersed from it. So it had a brown outside and the inside was skin colour.
Right. So
the colour was like evaporating from it. And so, obviously, immediately, she's like, cancer!
Colour changing.
Cancer. So I went in, did the thing, and one of the worst things with having a biopsy is there's always 2 kinds of people. There's the kind of people that when you get the letter through that says, okay, we'll have your test results in 2 months' time. There's the kind of people who say, right, well, if they're saying that now, what that means is that they're not very worried about it. So that's good. And then there's the other kind of person that goes, that's the NHS for you. You could be dying and you wouldn't know. And it's always the second kind of people that you listen to.
Yeah, true.
Obviously, it turned out that it wasn't anything deadly because I'm here, and this was when I was about 23.
Yeah.
And what it turned out to be was I can't remember the exact terminology of it, but basically it was a case that the colour's changing. It's to do with the pigment in my skin. Is essentially I fall on the higher / lower end of the spectrum in that I'm far more sensitive to UV rays. So I'm essentially developing ginger skin as I'm getting older. My skin is becoming more fair. So it's the perfect excuse for me to become a late in life goth.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
For that, I think I got 3. There's 3 stitches in that. But the actual numbing injection, did you have to have numbing injections where you had the stitches in any of your places? Any of your places that you did it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like a little localized thing.
Yeah, them doing that, because mine was sort of just under the shoulder blade. Oh, that's not a comfortable area. And I'd go on a couple of years later, have a tattoo in a similar position, and it's not a comfortable area. I have needles jabbed in, and I'd had a tattoo by that time, and they're like, "Oh, what are you flinching for? You've had a tattoo." I was like, "Yeah, wanted the tattoo. I don't want this to be happening.
I don't want this to be going on right now.
This is a necessity." And when they took the stitches out, because these were removable ones, the nurse looked at it and went, "Oh, they've put those in tight." So as she was snipping each one, I could feel it pinging because they'd done my skin, so it was way too tight. It was like a corset, essentially. So my skin freed up. And, there was some blood. And it was just like, take some paracetamol and maybe some ibuprofen. You'll be all right. And then the other little operation I've had, technically was cancer. And a technicality.
Right.
I felt now and again, you're in the fetal position, you have your hands in between your knees.
Right.
of a sleepy time, of the time when Papa sleeps, creeping in your room.
The old... Oh, you just made that even weirder.
Papa sleeps, creeping into your room, giving you the old touchy touch to drift you off.
The old drifty touch.
And I was just kind of, I moved my hands along my knees, and I felt a weird little lump. And I was like, is that part of my knee bone? Oh no, it moves. And it was really weird, and it was a hard lump, and I could kind of move it between two fingers. And so I went to the doctor, and they're like, oh yeah, that's weird. Let's get you an ultrasound booked. I was like,
cool.
Yeah, cracking, an ultrasound, love it. This was when I was working with you. This is why, if you remember, I had to be on test for basically static for about a week.
For a big day.
And so, had the ultrasound, and they looked at it, and they were like, yeah, that's really weird. And
that's not the thing you want to hear from medical professionals, is it?
No, it isn't.
Just looking at literally any part. If they were to look at your thumb and go,
yeah, I mean,
I haven't seen one of them before.
The upside of it was they went, well, from what we can ascertain, it's definitely not growing anytime soon, and it doesn't look like it's anything malignant, because it doesn't look like it's growing, and it's got no kind of blood supply to it. So there's nothing to worry about in that, but we're still going to get you booked in to... it was actually the guy's technically a plastic surgeon, because it was like a minor removal. So I got booked in, and this is all taking place over like a period of about 3-4 months. And yeah, it didn't grow or anything. So went in, and he was like, he played around with it, and he was like, oh, it feels fine. Are you sure? I joked like, oh, you sure you don't want to keep it? I was like, ha, no, get the lump out, please. And so
you don't want to keep it? God, you've got a sense of humour.
Oh, you're a funny fucker. You're making this so much easier for me, even though I think you're a prick. And so I'm on the table, and again, it's just local anaesthetic, so he's jabbing all around. So I think I said local anaesthetic, not general anaesthetic.
The arm twitched.
The arm twitched.
I was going for it. Nope, not needed.
So, yeah, doing that, and he sets to work with a scalpel, and I can literally feel like nothing. It just feels like weird tugging in your knee. Until the point at which I feel the experience of 1,000 burning swords jabbing into my kneecap.
Oh. And
I bolt up, and I can obviously scream, and he just looks at me and goes, oh, sorry, I think I hit a nerve. I was like, yeah.
No shit, Sherlock.
I think you did. And
painful.
it is the most painful thing that I've had happen to me. I've had a lot of things kicked in my balls, and it was just literally like my knee was on fire. It was awful, and I still don't. It doesn't feel right. Still, parts of my knee still feel like numb. It doesn't.
Do you
feel
get a twinge when the wet weather's coming on?
I sometimes do.
Do you feel it in your bones?
I do, kind of. Honestly, you
get
laugh.
out, man.
I do. I do.
Oh, bad weather's coming in, honey.
Oh, I can feel it in my cut nerve. And so,
kind of handy. Nah.
Yeah. So we do that, and at the end of the operation, the two nurses look at me and they go, "Whoa, don't stand up. You're looking really." The English would use the word peaky. What it means is you look like you have no blood in your body. Don't move, you might fall. And I felt fine, but I was apparently just really white. And, I just had a nerve possibly cut in my knee. Of course I'm going to be white.
Somebody stabbed with the nerves in my knee. In your knees.
Yeah.
Sounds like a torture.
Go away, do the thing. And come back a couple of weeks or month. I think it was about 2 months later. And the guy's like, yeah, so... we got it. Good news. It's nothing like it's no malignant kind of cancer or anything. What it seemed like is a little benign tumour. Yeah, that's great. I would like more confidence.
Yeah, a little bit more.
I want a little bit more. Yeah, I want that seemed like to be what it was. I want definitive.
What it seemed like was a ping pong
and
ball.
his advice was, oh yeah, if it feels like it starts growing back, just get back in touch with us.
Yeah, I was planning on it.
Yeah, I will, Doc. Thanks. As of right now, I just still have a lovely scar, not an awful lot of feeling in my kneecap, which, to be fair, you don't need an awful lot of feeling in your kneecap. It's not one of those major areas. And yeah, no lump. Yes, indeed, major areas. There goes salute.
Major areas.
Yes.
Do you salute a major? I think you probably should.
Yeah, I would. Just, you don't want to be court-martialed or anything.
Nah, true. Don't want to get spanked for that.
Heck no. But yeah, it was just, essentially, it was a case of thinking up topics, which brought this on to me. And yeah, just how, well, I was going to say how different people have different reactions, but really, everybody has the same reaction, apparently.
Pretty much, yeah.
It just turns out the medical profession also has the same reaction, which is, weird, huh? It'll probably be okay.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of, it gives me more confidence in not worrying. You know,
Yeah.
if you go to a doctor and they go, well, that's a bit weird.
Yeah.
They'll probably be right.
Yeah.
It makes me feel like, yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah.
Or maybe I don't need to worry about every twinge or small, odd bump or whatever.
Even with a kind of best guess, they are still more qualified to take that best guess than we are to look at WebMD or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And go, oh, yeah, I'm having a cancerous heart attack and I've got AIDS. Oh.
Cancerous heart attack.
And I'm pregnant. Wow.
Well, there you go.
I've got all the things. Apparently what I should do is drink chamomile tea.
Well, I'll give it a shot, but, I don't think it's going to work.
Yeah. I think my main message would be that if you do have anything that's wrong with you, do go get it checked out. Don't just flippantly fob it off because, early catching it early, that's the main thing. But just be aware that some medical professional may just come to the conclusion of, you're probably fine.
That's a weird abnormality.
Yeah.
It's okay.
That's weird. Probably okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now just another quick word from this week's sponsors. I say sponsors. Is just a racist old southern gentleman who wants to sell his wares. Back over to you, Jeff. Well, here we are again. Old Papa Sessions and his cornbread cotton. Now with extra Russia. I mean, no, there's no Russian involvement in this cotton at all. If you see a stamp of Putin approval, that just means it's quality in every bud.
Quality in every bud.
Quality in every bud. Just like I like my marijuana. I don't like marijuana. It is the devil's lettuce.
The devil's lettuce.
The goddamn devil's lettuce. You there, brown person. Do you like the devil's lettuce? No, you don't. You have another slice of the old melon. I know you like it. Good day, ladies and gentlemen. A good day.
Glorious. No, I won't give in. I won't give in till I'm victorious. And I will defend. I will defend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say, the Putin stamp of approval, it's because we've been Putin in the hours. Did you know he's apparently Jeffrey Beauregard Sessions? It's been going around the speculation about him resigning.
Yeah. Because of like a big falling out. Is it within the Trump cabinet or with the Trump cabinet?
With Trump.
With Trump.
Yeah, they disagree. They don't get along.
It's almost like a narcissistic businessman wouldn't get along with people who are narcissistic with politicians.
I know, right?
You don't know where.
You don't know where.
You don't know where one. Fuck them. They dug the hole. Let them shit in it.
Yeah, let them stew in their own filth that they created for themselves.